All right, now we know, or at least we think we know, the FBI says that North Korea is behind the hack attack on Sony, and my next guest is right. This could just be the beginning. He fears similar attacks could be launched on our power grid, Wall Street, you name it, if this isn't stopped and soon. Patrick Meehan, chairman of the House Cybersecurity Subcommittee. Chairman, very good to have you. First of all, do you believe that it ends at North Korea, sir, that this does not go to China? Or what do you think?
Well, it's believed to be the kind of sophisticated attack that may have exceeded the capabilities that people believe North Korea originally had. But I'm not aware that anybody is pointing a finger specifically at any other kinds of nation-state. But it's really at a nation-state level. And Korea certainly has been identified clearly now by the FBI. Some do believe that they have to have been assisted to get as far as they did.
All right, so if it's at a nation-state level, that means there's a lot of money behind it, right? And that means that they obviously, if you can penetrate a Sony and go to the degree they have, to say nothing of what they've done with banks and defense contractors and the like, it's not a stretch to say that they have the wherewithal to keep doing this.
No, the sophistication has been demonstrated. The leap here is that what has happened in the banks in the past has been economic in its approach, trying to steal identity, monies, and other kinds of information that can be used under cyber espionage. Here you have the kind of attack which effectively shuts down computer systems in a major employer, American business, but most significantly then threatens the business activity of that company, that if they put the movie out, they're going to bring even greater harm. That's an assault on our freedom of speech and the traditional freedoms that we enjoy here in America, and to be dictated to by a terrorist regime like the Koreans, the North Koreans, is a new event.
But what do you make of the president saying he wouldn't have done what Sony did and pulled the movie from theaters? And I always feel that everyone in the Sony pylon is again the fact that they had to be cognizant of risks that they think were being ignored in Washington, right?
Yeah, well, I think I'm glad the president did make that statement. I think Sony probably feels like they're under siege now because this has been going on for a month. And they were worried about whether or not there could be implications at some of the theaters. Nobody believes that the North Koreans have the capacity to rain down that kind of
Well, I'm sure they
damage
would have
here,
run that by
in
the president, though, Congressman, right? Wouldn't they have said, all right, we're thinking of pulling this movie because we're concerned about the cyber threats and the hack that are coming. Should we do it, right? Or no?
Well, I'm not aware specifically, but I have read that there have been communications that took place with the administration. That's ultimately a business decision that's made by
I understand
Sony.
that, but I'm not meaning to jump on you, sir, but then to throw Sony under the bus means that would Sony have asked, do you think it's a wise idea? Are we being on the better part of safety here to pull this movie? Now the administration is saying, no, we think it was a mistake. Were they telling them that prior?
I don't know what advice they gave them. I think what we need to be concerned about is whether or not this sets the kind of a stage for others to watch to see that you can have such a dramatic impact on any other kind of business. So what would it take to hack private information and threaten that you're going to release that information and then impact the decisions that are made by American businesses across the board, or more specifically, threaten harm? The idea that if you go to a movie theater and show that movie, we're going to rain down another September 11th on you. Now, nobody believes they're actually capable of doing that, which is part of the problem.
Doesn't add up, sir, but we'll see. Congressman, thank you very, very much.
Thanks, Neil. Always great to be with you.